I'm gonna need something stronger than coffee to get me through this video. Right, decluttering. We're going to talk about it today. Before we jump in, I just want to let you know today's video is very kindly sponsored by Squarespace. If you'd like to make an online store, a blog, a website, check out Squarespace. I'm going to leave it linked below. I'll tell you a bit more about it later, but my Squarespace is probably the tiniest space that I own. As a bit of background, if you're new here, I bought this old Victorian house about 3 years ago, and at that time a lot of my family members were moving and I inherited a ton of furniture. And because part of my job is to make DIYs and upcycle furniture on YouTube, I said yes to absolutely everything. And it got me in a little bit of a sticky situation where I just had too much stuff. And I've been trying to declutter ever since. I take it step by step and I do a bit at a time because this is a marathon, not a race. But over the last year, I have done quite a lot that I haven't filmed. And I took a break from the videos because, well, I wasn't really in the right headspace for the last few decluttering videos. I had a lot on my mind and I don't think I was decluttering properly. So for the sake of my decluttering, I stopped filming. And also the comments got a little bit spicy. Anyway, I wanted to restart these videos again because I get a lot of comments about them and a lot of people tell me that they help them, and I want to try and put a spin on today's video to let you know that it is a process and don't be discouraged if it is a slow process, but we can try and get through it together. Over the course of last year, I got rid of a lot of furniture. I got rid of one of the 2 sofas I had because who needs 2 sofas when they live on their own, right? A coffee table, dining room table and chairs that didn't match my style, and loads of other things. My house looks so much better now. I think we can all agree my house is looking a lot better, but there's still a few pockets of clutter that I want to talk about. Before the end of last year, I was actually able to get rid of a couple of things in this room. Used to be my office, now the guest bedroom, and I had a desk in here that I didn't really use anymore, and I had a really large hutch unit. I was able to pass them on to a family friend who was moving, including the grey sofa from my office. They wanted that as well, so that was really good. After giving away the hutch, I was left with a lot of the stuff that was in the hutch, which is stuff for DIY projects and IKEA hacks. And it's currently cluttering up this room, or it was, because I've decluttered this room. So let me show you the TLC that I did in here to make it look a little bit less frightening. Morning! Today I thought I would bring you along with me doing some decluttering. I'm in my guest bedroom. You know what, before Christmas it was really tidy, but recently I've moved a chest of drawers in here, and I also turned the room upside down looking for one tiny piece of camera equipment that wasn't even in here. So this is what it's looking like right now. I actually started doing this last night and I really got into it, which is why the room looks even worse now. That's always the way. So let's get started and we'll just see what I can do today. Here is a drawer I emptied yesterday, so let's try and fill it with some of my craft supplies that I would like to DIY in the future. This one can be for like IKEA hacks, I guess. There's an empty cardboard box. Right, let's do it. I've broken a nail! Oh, for goodness sake. Oh, I need to file this. Do I have sandpaper? No. Ah! Moving swiftly on. So I filled this drawer with IKEA hack stuff. This is wood and glue supplies. This is some of my fabric, the ones I really want to keep. This is more miscellaneous DIY. And just by doing that, I've managed to make a whole pile for the charity shop already. We're on track. I don't know how much you saw of me actually sorting this stuff out, but some of this was from the drawers and some of it's been floating around for a long time. So I made 2 boxes. This is for gift cards, gift wrap, and posting supplies. Having it all in one place is going to be really handy. And this is excess stationery that I use sometimes for craft projects like Sharpies. And hold on, this is the stack of notebooks that I am keeping. I have come so far in the last 2 years. All of this stuff I'm going to ask Nan if she wants, because she's always looking for stationery and pens. That's going to the charity shop, some more notebooks there. And I found a ton of watercolours, which is great because I'm doing a lot of painting at the moment, so I'm going to take these into my office. While I was doing this decluttering, I sent a video to my friend because I wanted to know if she wanted some of these bits, and she had to suffer through this video, so I thought you might as well suffer through it too. Here is a video because I've been doing some decluttering and I found a few bits. Let me show you, hold on. How do I do this without you seeing up my nose? Oh, I can't turn it around. Right. Here is a pegboard with the little letters. That's the thing for Instax pictures. These are empty notebooks. This says you're a peach and I thought of you. Let me know if you want any of it and I can disinfect it and drop it off at your house one day. And if you don't want any, that's fine too. What? Look at my giant vein. Ah, it's so big. Okay, bye. I've just done a whole pile of clothes and I'm emptying these drawers. But you see, this is very important and I need to find a place to put it. I'm gonna put you up here. The rest of this, I'm not entirely sure if I need. It's empty! Yay. These are all dried up paints that can go. Update time. I cleared out this drawer. It was full of paint and now only that is paint, and I put some glitter and stuff in here and some resin supplies. And this is my drawer full of all my Cricut materials. I'm having a very quick break because I am overwhelmed. I'm starting to realize how much stuff is required for doing this job. Not just like a ton of camera equipment, but all of the craft supplies. And I have eased off crafting a bit in the last year. I still want to carry on doing it, but part of the reason is because I feel so overwhelmed with paint and paper and scissors and all the kind of things that I keep because I think I'm going to use that soon. I'm just getting a little bit deflated though because I feel like I'm not making much progress, you know? I think what I really need to do is revisit this again in a couple of months' time once I've got some of the craft ideas in my mind out onto YouTube, and then have another go at decluttering and really keep the bare minimum, but I'm working through it. Okay, let's do a midway progress update. This is tidy. Floor is almost empty. The stuff on the bed's for the charity shop. I'm gonna deal with that in a minute. But empty, all empty. Which means I could probably give that away to somebody because I don't need it anymore. I also need to deal with this. That's also what I'm working on next. So it's a lot later in the day now. I put the camera down and that really did help me declutter, and I've given the space a bit of a tidy and I'm pretty pleased now. I hit a brick wall a couple of hours ago, as you saw, but now this is what the bed's looking like. Nice and empty, nothing left on it. Just looks a lot less cluttered now. And then we have the empty dresser. Hopefully I can pass that on very soon when lockdown ends. And then on this side, okay, it doesn't look as nice and tidy as I'd like, but It's organized chaos. I think I might put those on the wall somewhere, I'm not sure. And then this is all of my future DIY projects that I have planned out. This is all nice and organized inside the drawers. There's a few bits here and on that side for IKEA hacks. The reason I didn't put those away is because I want them to be an eyesore, so I remembered to do them. This will keep me accountable, so I actually get the video made. So other than that monstrosity, I'm pretty impressed. Look, so empty. After an afternoon of hard work, we are now left with this, which is so much better, as you saw in the video clips. It still holds a lot of my craft supplies because I need those, but I've definitely done a good job of paring back some of the stuff I don't need. I can't yet donate the items because the charity shops aren't open, so I will show you where I'm storing those in a minute, but I want to tell you a little bit more about a few of the smaller things I've done around my house that I think are making a difference.
Hello there, just jumping in with a quick ad break. Squarespace is an all-in-one platform building tool. You can make a website, blog, or an online store using Squarespace, anything that your heart desires. This is my website that I built using Squarespace. I love it. It's so easy to use. They've got a ton of beautiful templates that make it so simple to design something that looks really stunning and eye-catching. And it's so easy to drag and drop different elements onto your website to make it look exactly how you want. If you want to take a look at my website, you can. It's Hermione Chantal, and it's built with Squarespace, and you can make pretty much anything. So if you want to check out Squarespace and if you want a free trial and 10% off, you can use my link in the description below or go to squarespace.com/Hermione Chantal. Anyway, let's crack on with the video and I'm going to show you what else I managed to declutter.
I have this unit in my sitting room. It's got 6 drawers. It's the only storage I have in there, and it was just a little bit all over the place, so I've managed to condense down all of the stuff in it to 3 drawers, and now I have 3 empty ones. Are paperwork and photographs, and one is full of candles. I'm actually working on burning through all of my candles recently. I hadn't been thinking about it much, but I've got so many and I'd quite like to use them. So in the evenings I put a few of them on in my bedroom, and I've got through quite a few recently, so that's one way I'm helping declutter. It's slow, but we're making progress. And with the photographs and paperwork, I'm going to leave those till last, and I'm going to say this because it might help you if you're going through something similar, but last year I went through quite a few very difficult situations. I had some bereavements that were quite painful, and I'm not ready to go through personal family items just yet, so I'm going to leave those till last. I'm not going to leave them forever. It's important to tackle them at some point, but it is okay to give yourself a little bit of space if you're dealing with hard events and put them closer to the end of your journey. Alongside burning through my candles, I've made quite a lot of headway with using up makeup and beauty supplies, and I've done so much that I have almost completely emptied the unit in my bathroom. Almost completely. There's only a couple of things left, and I'm really proud that I've managed to get through all of that stuff in the last year or so. And now I can do a makeover project on this unit because I quite like to use it in my hallway to store my shoes so that it can be useful storage that I really need, because at the moment the situation I have in my hallway is not very practical. I'm going to try and do that quite soon, but that's been slow progress, but looking back I've done quite well. Being in the midst of a pandemic really put it into perspective how many things I actually need to bulk buy if they're on offer. It is still easy for me to go to the supermarket and get shampoo when I need it. I don't need to hoard it. So yeah, that's definitely been something I've learned through 2020 that I didn't know I was going to learn. I'm sure I'm not the only one who figured that out last year. Where am I keeping these items, you might ask, because I'm going to try and donate them. I don't want them going to landfill. So I'm actually keeping everything in the box room next door. Yes, the room that was going to get plastered last year that didn't due to a couple of circumstances. We'll talk about it at some point. There is a lot of stuff in this room. It's quite alarming how much stuff, but I have folded everything, and when the time comes to donate it, I'm going to wash it, refold it, and make sure everything's packaged nicely as possible anyway. We keep the door closed on there. Don't like looking in there, but I will say I've got to give myself a pat on the back because the rest of the house is looking pretty good in comparison. I think we can all agree that the house has come a long way, and in the last year I have decluttered quite a bit, so I'm pleased. If I can leave you with any advice from this video, the first thing is, if something is quite painful to declutter, leave that to the end of your journey. It's okay, but don't put it off forever. And as you can see from the course of the last couple of years in this house, this is a marathon and not a sprint. Some people can declutter quite quickly, and for that I applaud them, but sometimes it takes a little longer. And there is a global pandemic going on, so don't be too hard on yourself. But if you're going through a decluttering journey at the moment, no matter what stage you're at, I'm thinking of you and I'm rooting for you. Good luck, cheers. I'm gonna finish my coffee. Happy decluttering, and I'll see you next time. Bye.